What's good, YouTube? It's your number one hero, Negro Midori, aka BlvckDeku, and I just finished watching that new Xbox One Series X conference, so we're just gonna talk about it. Okay, so to start off this video, I'm just gonna go over the games that I either didn't really care for or I didn't get to see any gameplay of them because they were just literally just CG trailers. So to name them out, we got State of Decay 3, Avowed, Warhammer Dark Tide. I don't even fucking know what Warhammer is. The Outer Worlds Peril of Gorgon DLC. I never played the Outer Worlds before. I mean, I can on the Game Pass on Xbox, so it looks dope. I might check it out sometime. Hellblade 2, which is literally just an announcement that they already made back in December. Stalker, I know literally nothing about. And then last but not least, Destiny 2 Beyond Light DLC. I will never pick up Destiny. Fuck that game. So I would say that the gameplay does look fun, admittedly, but just the game came out so long ago. It's either you play it or you don't at this point. I'm just not getting into it. I don't have time for that shit. So now speaking on things that I actually cared about, they showed Halo 6, and I mean, I don't even know what to say about it. I mean, the graphics look okay. It doesn't look like anything special really. The gameplay looks good. They added like a couple new things. What they add? They added like this shield deployment thing, this grappling hook, so a couple new guns here and there. But overall, like, it looks like Halo. Like, there's nothing really much else you can really say about it. I wasn't blown away, but I didn't hate it either. So I guess I'll play it if it comes to what, PC I think it is. If Xbox games are all coming to PC now, I don't have a point in picking up an Xbox anymore at this point. But yeah, there's not really much I can even say about it. That's how mid it was. And then I don't even know why I even added this to the list of things to even discuss. But they showed Forza Motorsport, which at this point, if you already know, racing games at this point are only actually shown on these console conferences just to show, ooh, look at our graphics. The graphics are amazing. Oh, they're beautiful. At this point, like it's unless you play racing games like that, then sure, I guess you'll like this. But me, I don't play racing games and stuff. I'm playing like Mario Kart at this point, so it did nothing for me. But just show the graphics off. Plus, I own a PC now, so it's like graphics-wise, there's really nothing that these consoles can show me that's gonna beat what I already have. So next up, we had a game called Everwild. It looks cool, like the game design, everything looks dope, but I know nothing about the game. I even tried Googling some shit after the conference was already over, and I still didn't see I couldn't find anything like what the game, like what kind of gameplay it is about. So there's nothing else to speak on Everwild other than I'll look into it when I get more information on it. So next we had a game called Tell Me Why, which is basically one of those like make your own decisions, like make your own story, choose your adventure type games or whatever like that. It's made by Don't Not Entertainment, the same people that made Life is Strange and Life is Strange 2, as well as a couple other games. I'm actually surprisingly interested in this one just because of like there's some kind of mystical aspect going on with the game. I haven't really played that many of these types of games before, but I'll look out for it. I might give it a shot when it drops in August. Okay, so this one irked me, but this was like kind of like my own fault really. But they were showing off like how Ori and the Will of the Wisp looks on the Xbox One Series X compared to the Xbox One, and I don't know, I thought they were going to show like a new Ori game, but I was just let down. Okay, so for those that haven't, I highly recommend you play Ori and the Blind Forest, the first game, and Will of the Wisp, both great platformers. I beat them earlier this summer. If you have the Game Pass or you're just looking for something to play, I recommend both of them. Okay, and next up on the list of games they showed was a game called As Dusk Falls. And I don't know what the fuck this game even was. It was literally just like a moving slideshow the entire time. I know nothing about the game. I'm not interested. It just looked like a bunch of bullshit and another waste of my time. So thanks for that one, Xbox. And that's not even the last of the bullshit on this list either. So next, they showed off Psychonauts 2, I believe it was. So I never played the first Psychonauts, but I've heard like a lot of good things about it. Like I'm pretty sure it's like a cult classic with like a lot of like its fans or whatever. Based on what I've seen, like it looks fun. I'd definitely give it a shot. I'm a fan of platformers. I'm looking for new things to play. So when it drops, I'll definitely look at it. And then next, we had this game called The Gunk. Graphics look cool, gameplay looks fun. There's not really much to show on it because they didn't really show us much either. My only question is why they call it The Gunk of all things. Just like why? So, come on. Next up we had a game called The Medium. So I'm not really a horror fan. I don't like playing horror games. I don't like being scared. I'm kind of a bitch. But this game in particular looked super interesting to me for some reason. So like you play as this woman, and basically you have this like ability where you can apparently like swap between like different realms or dimensions that are like parallel to one another. And I don't know too much about it, but the game looks good and I actually might try it when it comes out. And after that we got that Phantasy Star Online 2 DLC. It looks fun, it looks great. I haven't really gotten the chance to play Phantasy Star Online 2. I've been wanted to, but I just dropped it because I got busy with some other things. But the DLC makes me want to pick the game back up if the game looks like this when you start to level up and shit. So it looks dope. I might have to pick it back up on PC. And then after that we had Crossfire, which looks like some kind of, it's just like another FPS shooter. Just based on what I've seen, it doesn't look like anything innovative really going on, but just based on what I saw, the action looks fun, the game looks fun. I think there's a story mode in it. There's not much I can say on it. The shit looks fun. That goes for like a lot of things on this list. Not like a lot of information we're getting on these games. But I just remembered I saved this one for last because this was probably easily the worst part of the conference. So Xbox thought it was a good idea to give us this this holy cinematic trailer with all these colors and all these people coming together playing Xbox games and all the rest of that bullshit, only for them to reveal the game as Tetris. Why are you including Tetris into your Xbox event? Nigga, nobody cares about this shit. Like, I don't get it why they showed this shit at all. Okay, so my closing thoughts on this conference. This conference sucked, if I'm keeping it a buck. If I had to grade this conference, I'd give it like a D minus. Actually, no, that may be a little too harsh. D plus at the max, probably. Like, my issue with this whole conference, I've also had this issue with the other conferences too, is that they go out their way to show all these cinematic trailers that show us literally nothing about the game at all, and then they just end it there. Like, where's the gameplay? What's the point in announcing all of these games if you're not going to give us any gameplay? Like, just hold it off until you can actually show us something. It's so fucking pointless, and I'm sick of them all doing this shit. Like, honestly, I can say that every single gaming conference that we've had this year has been mid as fuck at the best. None of them have been good. We've had bits and pieces in between of like what actually like looks interesting or fun, but overall, all of the conferences have been complete shit. So in conclusion, was the conference good? No. Am I getting an Xbox One Series X? No. Like, this conference is basically almost like an advertisement for the PS5, because at this point I'm just gonna get myself a PS5 at this point. Like, there's literally no reason to get an Xbox One Series X, especially because Phil Spencer announced that we're not gonna expect to see a lot of first-party games on Xbox like for the first few years. So it's like, what's even the point at this point? Like, just build yourself a PC. Alright, and that's all I had on my notes for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Also, make sure to follow me on my Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. All links for that shit in the video. Fuck, the description box below. I'm not recording this shit again. This has been your #1 hero, Negro Midoriya, aka BlvckDeku, and I'm out. Peace.